Just give me a second, y'all. I'm about to have a transparent moment that I should have done a long time ago. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Kanye for being so open about his and second. So yeah, I just saw a video by David Harris. He just listened to a song called God Is by Kanye West. And he's just weeping. He was weeping about the abortion rate and the black community. 20 million babies killed, murdered, without seeing the light of day, with nobody to protect them. And I'm here, and I'm lucky to be here. Blessed, purpose to be here. I'm grateful to God that we are living in these times where people can come out of their minds where they was enslaved and be able to open up and to have people to help. And I'm going to be one of the first people to do it. And I need help. I feel trapped in this, and I know I'm not. I know I have the freedom to make the choice to not do it. I'm not strong enough. I literally just messed up just now. And I know I'm all forgiven. I know Christ has paid the price. But I want to live out my life in service to him in radical obedience to God. And it's got to stop. This destructive pattern in my life just has to stop. I'm 37 years old and I'm still having to deal with wanting to please my flesh and watch porn and masturbate. This is the first time I've ever done this, something like this. I feel so disgusting right now. I've become accustomed to making myself numb, and I don't want to be numb when I slip up like this and do something when I know that it pleases Satan for me to do that, but it don't please God. I'm ashamed to even have to say this, and but I know there's a lot of loving people out there that want to help. So this is my cry out. This is my plea. I'm just gonna open myself up and say, look, y'all, I am such an imperfect person. I can't walk around like I got it all together. And I don't want to walk around like I got it all together. I want to be held accountable. I want to be part of a community that helps bring people up, help bring each other up, help hold each other accountable. And this is one thing that has been stopping me from living in truth and in spirit. Low key, I feel like when I do that and I masturbate, I'm killing my own babies. I'm killing my own destiny that's inside of me by pleasing something that's wicked and making my body do something that God never intended for me to do. Certain things only come through fasting and praying, and I know that. I came all the way here to Perth, Australia, with an opportunity to consecrate myself. Isaiah 58 say, cry aloud. I don't know if I know how to do that. But I know I got to. Somewhere, somehow, someplace I gotta find some moxie. I just got through watching last night. I just watched a whole hour of testimony from this guy named Bill Weiss, where he went to hell. And and that place is real. And he was spouting out scriptures, boom, 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 and it's not a place that I want to go because I can't control my flesh, that I can't die to my flesh and renew my mind. Yeah, I keep repeating the same destructive patterns over and over and over. And yes, I've given my life over to Christ. And yes, I love God. And yes, I am so happy that we're living, excited to be living in these times. I'm so excited to be living in these times where Jesus is trending. And the wicked one he's mad. He's upset. And I want to be so radical for God. And Holy Spirit, I just ask you right now just to touch me. I believe in you. I believe you are a person in the Godhead sent here to comfort us, to counsel us, to teach us. This guy, Bill Weiss, I sat and I wrote down these scriptures while I was listening to his testimony about hell. Now, I've listened to his testimony plenty many times. I read the book. I bought his book and I passed it on to somebody else. Even when I was in my sin, Luke 16, Zechariah 9:11, Matthew 25:46, John 29, Mark 16, Daniel 12:2, Revelation 20:13 through 15, Revelation 14:10, Psalm 89, Mark 9, Jeremiah 32, 2 Corinthians 5, Ezekiel 33, Acts 20, Luke 24, Jonah 2, 2 Kings 42, Daniel chapter 4, Isaiah chapter 24, Job 17 and 16, Genesis 6, Deuteronomy 3, Isaiah 14 and 9, Judges 16 and 7, Psalms 88, Leviticus 17, James 2 and 7, Ezekiel 28, Exodus 10, Isaiah 57, and it just goes on and on and on. Zechariah 5, Deuteronomy 11:11, James 1 and 17, Ezekiel 26, Numbers 16, Ephesians 4 and 9, Job 7 and 9, John 15:6, Psalms 11:6, Psalms 140, Psalms 141 and 10, Matthew 13, Revelation 9, Matthew 18, Luke 12. These are all scriptures that reference that there is a pit and there is hell. And it points to the center of the earth, below the earth's surface. I don't want to go there because I can't get my act right. And I don't want to be a victim and have that victim mentality. Oh, I was raised in a family where nobody was teaching me. I didn't have a dad, and this, that, and I'm alive right now, and I have the ability to make a choice to start making the right steps in the right direction, and to denounce my pride and embarrassment and shame and guilt. That's exactly where Satan wants me to. He didn't want me to do this video. I don't care. If I'm going through this, I know lots of people got to be going through this. And we got to come out of these hiding places, of these mentalities where Satan has us, and become victorious over sin, over bad habits. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, and I live at the Samaritan House, and they have this thing called group, and it's a group that meets 5 times a week for about an hour, and they talk about other addictions, drug addictions. And I remember when I went into that group, it was required for me to be in that group, and even though I didn't have any drug addictions, you know, they required me to take part of the group for about 2 weeks, um, asked to be a part and to continue to have services and be a part of the Samaritan House program. And I remember going to that group and listening to all these folk talk about their heroin, crack, cocaine addiction, uh, and the state of mind that it would take them, and this, that, and the other, and how open they were about it. And here I am. All I do is just smoke weed so that I can continue to have an appetite to eat. I don't do anything else. I can't stand none of the other stuff. I've never tried it. And the reason why I can't stand it because I saw how it ruined my mom. And but I knew that I was addicted to pornography, and masturbation. I knew that as soon as that feeling rose, I was in for it. I couldn't fight it off. Sometimes I'd be successful, but other times I fall so far. I've never talked about this like this. And so I had the courage to, when it was my turn to speak, to tell them what I was addicted to. And I remember when I said, y'all, I'm not addicted to any drugs, but I am addicted to pornography and masturbation, and the same places that these addictions take y'all's minds, I can relate. It was like a drug to me. And I remember how surprised everyone was. In fact, they went against me. They was like, porn is not an addiction. That's healthy. People say it's healthy to masturbate it. You know, it's healthy. They all was like, we all do that. That ain't nothing. And it let me know because I know how destructive it is. I know how it makes you unmotivated. Um, Especially as a Christian. And I wasn't going to back down. I said, for me, okay, maybe not y'all, but for me, this is what it does to me. I know it's wrong. For me, it's wrong. It's wrong. Why do I keep doing something that is so wrong and so destructive to me? Just because it feel good and look good and sound good. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I opened my heart out to them and I told them, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to be like that. I don't want something like that to have no control over me. And I would go good for a while, and then something would trigger it, and I'll go right back, and then I'll go good for a while. In my 20s, I had made goals. I was like, all right, I'll do this for a while, and by the time I get 30, I'll give it up. Here I am, 37. But when I heard Kanye West talk about his addiction to it and how he strives to live in radical obedience to Christ, that just set something off in me. This war is so real, you guys. And people are coming up against him, telling him he's a Luciferian and he's still serving Satan because he said he was God back then, although he's denounced all this stuff. And he's asked the Lord to forgive him. And he has been forgiven. So I just come to you right now, just asking for you guys to pray for me and for your help. And keep my head up. There's part of me that want to just put my head down and be like, you don't deserve to have your head up. Look what you just did. It's like almost prideful to sit there and put your head up when you know you need to be on your knees. So I'm not depressed. I'm disappointed in myself, but I know that Christ died for all this, and I can have confidence in that and get up and walk in spirit and truth and keep striving in it and keep knowing that God knew what he was getting himself into when he was dealing with me. And to not listen to the enemy. And to not keep going backwards. Keep getting up. Moving forward. Not be ashamed to be transparent. And to open up. When these things like this happen, because I know that people aren't out there to judge me and to sit there and why is the door so hard to open? There we go. Dang. I'm trying to let this cat out, y'all. In this house. Cat like to go out the front door. Dang. This door is like sucks. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ugh. Hold on, man. This door is not. You literally can get locked in this house, y'all. They're gonna do something about this door. I'm sorry, Keely. Hold on. Whatever. She gonna have to go out the back. Come on, Keely. Come on. Come on. You wanna go out? Well, these Siamese cats are they're so elegant. But that's it, y'all. Thank you for your prayers, and I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm not gonna give up. I keep fighting, trying to open the door too. Not gonna give up. Hey man, it sucks. Just continue to pray. I have a tip to help. Abraham. Oh, my bad, bro. Maybe you should try to stay away from the internet for at least a month. Like no internet at all. I promise you. Yeah, you know, when I got down here, my goal was to go on a fast. I just haven't been successful at it, like because of the circumstances here. But it's gonna happen. That's for sure. Some things only come through fasting and praying, y'all. And let me tell you something else. The thing is strong. It ain't, you know, I can stay away. You know, I ain't gonna. That's not gonna help. There we go. Got the door open. Doors. They might fix the door. I'll continue to pray, Darnell, for sure. I'll continue to pray. All right, you guys. Love you guys.